Cool. So I'm just playing around with AB Retro, which is a Laura I made on the last community day, or one of the streams that we did actually, and it's got some like retro advertisements techniques going on. Masterpiece, 80s vibes, and cyberpunk, something like that. Level Bevel, hello. See you in the chat there. We got Lucky, Rinsler, Run Diffusion, Vibrant Life. Yeah, I think there's some stuff we have to fix with the Controlnet. This is very weird results. I'm not vibing with this right now. What's going on here? See what's going on. Well, it's switching. We've got a whole new UI, so um, yeah, Level Bevel saying Deform is running a lot smoother and no errors. Yeah, so the new UI is using an updated version of Gradio. And originally we had a lot of problems with this because of the way our infrastructure is set up, but it's really come a long way. And now that it's stable, we've been able to roll it out, and it's awesome. Getting much smoother. One of the things that was huge about this as well is it will actually detect like network errors. So before, where you were getting that disconnected thing, it will actually do a lot. This is what it was. It's a 768, Laura. It will actually check the network connection while it's going through the updates. So this means you get much better responsiveness. Don't get those disconnected errors, and it's just overall vastly improved that part of it. Nephilim Drobeats, welcome. What are you talking about? What's the app? How do I use it? This is Run Diffusion. It's a stable diffusion powered system. We have Automatic 1111, which is the open source software that we're running on our servers, and you can go to rundiffusion.com, spin up a server, try it out, get 15 minutes free. I'm liking this one. It's rundiffusion.com. All right, well, here you go. I'm copying it just for you. I copied it wrong. Funny. There you go. Need an AI to put in a URL. Anyways, let's get a few more of these going. So the real key is this was trained on 768, the Retro AB. And actually, it's AB Retro, but the keyword to call it in is Retro AB. Got to fix that. So I'll probably do a few more versions of this. This is for Creators Club members. It is one of the Lauras that we have there. It's just a fun little one. We're putting, things that we make, community members make. We're sort of like making a little community pack of different things. Ooh, digging this. You want Muppets, man? Yeah, dude. You can make Muppets. Absolutely. Make them Muppets. This is yeah, 90s vibes, 80s vibes, the airbrush retro geometric shapes coming through strong there. Maybe actually a little bit too strong. Maybe I want to like lower that. So this is weighting, right? So we're going to go like 0.6. Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. Oh, can't hear you for some reason. Everyone else hear them? Is it just me? Hold on. It's just me. What the heck? There we go. I can hear you now.
Oh, good, good.
It's just on my
Yeah, I was
side.
just saying sorry. Oh, there's my server I just booted. Sorry I was late. Thank you for covering.
No problem. We are just messing around making weird ads and strange.
80s stuff. That's
Oh my
cool.
gosh, she's got some lip filler there. I love this. Whoa, it's like melting out. Yeah, the 80s vibes are fun.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we got some nudity.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, what was the question here? Nephilim Drill Beats. You want to blend a real scene in a photo? Yes, absolutely. You use Photoshop, you can use image to image, you can use Controlnet. I'd really recommend if you've never used this app before to go look at Automatic 1111 on YouTube because it is pretty complicated. This is like the Photoshop of Stable Diffusion of making AI art. You can do video art with it, but if you don't want to spin your wheels, definitely recommend checking out some YouTube videos before you start. Oh, there you go. If you used 1111, then you know what to do. All right, cool. Well, do you want to jump into
Yeah.
doing some architectural art and stuff like that? Kind of vibing with this. All right, cool. I
Do
can,
it.
I can.
What's on the agenda? What have you got for? Because I've got something prepared. If
Yeah, no, jump into
are you trying to
that.
go 15 minutes and then I can go, or
Yeah, no, I'm
if
good. So,
you have a stopping point, okay.
nope, you want to
Perfect.
take over, start things off, and then we'll do maybe some in painting, out painting,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I've got an
and
in
then
painting
we can invite
tutorial.
War Anakin up to talk about the model.
Okay, that'll
Cool.
work. Okay, so I'll be quick. So we released. We'll just talk kind of like platform stuff. So yeah, this is Diffuse Master. My real name is Wes. For those of you who don't know me, I've met a lot of you in here so far. Yeah, we started Run Diffusion about 6 months ago. Got a good team consisting of 4 people. Very smart people revolved here on the team as well. Um, and our goal is to basically be the premium, workspace in the cloud. And I'm going to demonstrate some really powerful workflows here to actually do some, really interesting stuff. And
Wait,
no, 2 days ago, yeah, 2 days ago, we released a new update. Maybe it was 3 days. All the days blend in together when you're running a million miles an hour. We released an update. A lot of it was just updating Automatic 1111 and getting things to the latest. We've heard really good things. It's squashed a lot of bugs people were having. There's kind of a new UI. Gradio was updated if you're familiar with what Gradio is. Um, and it's been generally a really good update. We had a couple of people that their workflows have broken, and we're trying to restore those. So we're going to try and work on a way for people to choose only in Creators Club just because it doesn't make sense in the shared storages. Those ones are just going to work. But if you have a workflow that doesn't work and you want to go back to the previous version, you can flag to send yourself back in time to go hit the previous version. We are trying to work on that. I wouldn't expect it really soon, but that is on the agenda to get built. We're looking at building a restart button. So when your box gets all gummed up, you can just hit a button in the toolbar up there, and then you can just restart your instance. Now, it doesn't actually restart the server, it just restarts Stable Diffusion. And as weird as this sounds, it's actually a really difficult thing to build. The reason for that is if they were to build like a native restart button inside Automatic 1111, once you kill the server, there's no server to restart. Like there's no process running. You've killed it. To turn off the light bulb, you basically have to shoot it and break the light. It doesn't work. Once you've broken the light, you can't turn it back on again. So we're trying to build a way to bring in like a layer above that that kind of watches that instance to where you can start it and stop it. So that's on the docket. That's coming. We're looking at doing some model streaming. So when you start up an instance, you can select model to be streamed to your server. That will enable the shared storage instances to bring in pretty much any model they want from Civit AI or Hugging Face. And then this will also allow our Creators Club's members to stream in models and save some of their storage space. So this could open up the door for some lower storage tiers. It could open up the door for some higher storage tiers too, but all your models can be streamed in and you can like pick 3 or 4 models to bring in for your instance. Rather than having, 50 models to choose from every time. This will also help models load faster too. So a lot of stuff that we're working on for the month of April in the next 2 weeks. We kind of go at things every 2 weeks. We work around automatic 11.11 deployments. So when you see things get released for auto, then we get hard at work. God, there's Controlnet 1.1 coming out. There's Controlnet for Deform coming out. Really exciting times. So yeah, stick with us. We're gonna be getting all this stuff to you guys available. So thanks for being here. Let me can you share my screen revolved and actually it looks like I can do it from here. Okay, I'll just do the entire screen because I've got it like ready to go. Cool. I can do 60 frames a second at 1440. Why not? Let me know if let's do 1080. I don't want to like. What does it say? Yeah, it says smoother video. Yeah, it says it's recommending 1440. If this is too small, let me know and I'll change it. Okay. So here's what we've got. There was the people in the Discord that were looking for some real estate, I guess, photography or real estate asset manipulation. Let's go with that because nobody's invented these words. We're all so, this is all so new. Where we were trying to take an image like this and like put stuff inside of it. And I'm going, all right, you can use inpaint, maybe Controlnet, but I can already see some problems with a blank canvas like this. It could get kind of hard. So I went to work last night. I spent around 3 or 4 hours preparing for today's little event, and I was able to get a really cool workflow running. The full workflow is here. It's inside of our, where is it? I have so many more. Right here. Boop. So it's inside model talk help with real estate photos. So the whole workflow's in here. Starts right here. I'll drop a little link to you guys. Back in here. Stick it right here. So you can follow along. You click on that link, it'll be right here. And the goal was to take this image and put something inside of it, and we got pretty close. We were able to kind of like do some cool stuff like that, and then keep moving down the pipeline, add some lights, moving down the pipeline, get some really nice lighting effects, maybe change the table a little bit, add some curtains, and then you can get crazy. Do some really cool things. In the next 15 minutes, okay? So let's start back at the beginning and jump into our server here. So I use the inpainting model. It seems to work really well. And this is going to take around 40 seconds to boot or to load. So I'm going to grab my prompt here that I already kind of played with. Plug that in. Actually, we're going to be an image to image. Sure.
I think just it will be a little bit bigger if you do that.
You got it. Do that.
I think you could do it just, no, not with that. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
That help?
Didn't change anything, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think I know what's going on. So hang on, let me just change my display here. Hang on, let me get this. Please. I do need to change my resolution.
Ah.
And then it'll look a lot better. Okay. All right, let's try this again. We'll just keep 1440 or we'll just do 1080. There you go. All right. Is that a little bit better? Should be.
I think you need to share it first.
I thought I did. It says it's sharing right here.
Oh, there
Can
we
you guys
go.
see the
It's
screen?
loading. It's loading. Yeah. Cool.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Okay, so in painting model loaded. Let's grab my image. Oh wait, let's use this one there. Okay. So this is the image we're gonna work on. We're gonna play with. So we're gonna start with a nice prompt that I got right here.
Oh, they're asking if you can put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's right here. Everyone click on this right there. It's this prompt right there.
Perfect.
Go back. All right. So the purpose of in painting, or I guess the challenges with in painting is in painting. Sometimes it needs something to work with. This was a challenge because it's just a blank canvas. And sometimes when people start in painting, they don't get what they want right out of the gate and they go, "Oh, this is garbage. I'm done." And they'll like just click away and they'll never come back to it. That's a problem because you have to understand how the diffusion process works. The diffusion process creates pixels and then goes from there. Well, sometimes you create pixels and it just does a bad job trying to get close to your prompt. And then by the time you get to the end of those steps that it takes, you've got nothing. And that's just a reality. And you're gonna have to just keep generating until you find something. I gotta do that again. Boop. So so let's just get started. So the goal here is, oh yeah, let me reduce the size. Yeah, I just need one bump down. Hopefully you guys can still read it.
Hmm.
Okay, so to show you like a quick little demonstration of parameters first. So we're gonna inpaint everything that we mask. So every black piece in here is going to be diffused, okay? We're gonna just stick with mask content original, and we're gonna do in paint area. We're gonna do whole picture, and and I'll explain the difference between whole picture and only masked here in a second. But first, we do have to set our image so it's the same size, and it looks like that will do it. And I just followed that red dot. If you have a bigger screen, it's a lot easier. That red dot, but the red bounding box. So let's set that up. I usually like to have put these on. What did I? 7.5 and 7.4. We'll do that. We'll just leave it at 7.5. That's fine. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint. We want a dining room table to be right here. And we want the dining room table to, match this perspective of this image. So like if we just came in and the dining room table was like a flat square like this, like it wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look like the dining room table belonged in this room. And so that's why we want to say a whole picture because is what it's going to do is it's only going to diffuse the things that's inside this black mask, but it will take the entire image into consideration. So it'll see the perspective of the room, it'll see that it's well lit, it'll see the lighting patterns, and it'll try to mimic that. But it'll only change the pixels that I tell it to change. I'm going to use a big brush because just make this really easy. So we want the table to be like right here. So let's just start painting a little bit like that. Awesome.
So you're getting like a
Okay.
wider area than just the table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not just painting a table because the table is going to want to the mask is going to want to blend. It's going to want to try and mimic floor color. It's going to mimic the background. You don't want to just draw a table out of black squares because you actually want to allow the diffusion process going on so it'll fit your table into your composition a lot better. Otherwise, you get these like you get these artifacts or these things that are way out there, way off of what you're trying to put it, like the image you're trying to put it in, and it won't look like it belongs. So we'll roll with that for now. Let's just do like we'll just do like five. Um, and then yeah, let's just send it here and see what we get. In painting, yeah, this looks good. So the first run always takes just another 5 or 10 seconds because it has to load, load stuff into memory. There it goes. Great. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got here. So like I said, sometimes you get nothing.
Hmm.
This is normal. This is why I always recommend that people generate a few images before they just decide, before they realize that it didn't work, because it probably did work. That looks pretty good. It's
Yeah.
kind of close. It's a little too close. It's not really what I'm after. That's not what I want. That's blank, blank, and that's not what I want. So we got close. We got close with this one. So what we want to do is now that we know that we're close, let's go ahead and do five more. So I'm going to use batching because that's a lot faster. So let's do five more for a total of 10.
Yep. So you got two
Well,
batches of 5 that it's going to make, and
right,
between the two batches, there'll be some similarities between the first 5 and the second 5.
right. Yep. Okay, so let's send it again here. So we got nothing. That's pretty good. It's not as big as I would have hoped. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. I
Got
kind
a
of like that.
carpet. Yep.
Yeah, we even have a carpet.
Well, one of the
All
chairs
right,
is
I might go with
melting.
that one. Yeah, that looked good. That one's small, small.
Couch by the window. Hey, I think that's the
That looks
winner.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good. Nothing. Gobbledygook. Okay, cool. We have two that I like. So I like this one and that one. Let's go with this one, right?
Hmm.
Okay, let's do this one. All right, so we even have some like things on the table for some decorations. This kind of looks weird. Like this chair looks pretty messed up. That's okay. That looks a little messed up. That's okay. We're just trying to get close. We're just trying to fill this room with some neat things so we can try and breathe some life into this because we've got nothing. We're playing with nothing. We're trying to put randomness inside of a room that exists, and I mean we got pretty close.
Just to let you know, Wes, you've got a little bit of dropout. I think you're on Wi-Fi or something like that. So
Oh yeah, I might be.
it's not that bad. Like we can still understand what you're saying, but
Yes.
all right.
Okay, we back?
Yep.
I'm actually gonna go on Wi-Fi. I was plugged in, so sometimes that doesn't work well, but my Wi-Fi is a lot better. So okay,
Hmm.
so here's what yeah, is that better?
Yeah, seems so.
Okay, perfect. So here's what we're gonna do. So now that we've kind of got our table looking good, I mean, I actually really like this. Look at how, I mean, this is really incredible. Look at the light that comes in, bounces off this table, and hits us, the camera. That's pretty cool. And that's because that's only possible when I change my, there we go. That's only possible because we used whole picture and not masked only. If we just did masked only, we'd get a table in here that doesn't look like it belongs. But because we did whole picture, it actually sees that there's a window light here and causes that to bounce off into our eyes. I really like that. So we're gonna hang on to this one.
Yeah, the other thing that's
Now we're
good
gonna move
about that
on.
is you've got like the same perspective angle of the table as the room, right? So
Right.
it doesn't look like it's askew. I mean, those chairs look a little off, but like everything else is like in line with the way that the room and the photo is framed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's because you used whole picture. And when would you use only masked? I can probably demonstrate that. I didn't test it, but I'll try and demonstrate that in a moment. But for now, let's use this. So I like this image. I'm going to carry this image over into another inpaint session, and we're going to add some more. We're going to add some more stuff to this image. So I'm going to send to inpaint. So I select the one that I want. I'm going to send to inpaint. Boop. And is what I like to do with in that is really big. There it goes. What I like to do with this is make sure the mask is cleared. So just hit this button, not this button, this button. Just hit this button a few times just to make sure there's no mask hanging around. Sometimes your previous mask will still be hanging around, and then you'll end up in painting stuff you don't want to in paint. So just click that button to clear it. Now we have a new canvas we can play with. So the next thing that we should add is some lights from the ceiling here. So let's go ahead and let's start our light like right here. Okay. And we want the lights to like follow the perspective of the room. And then we want it to like go over the table and then kind of come down here and again follow the perspective of the room and go up like that. Okay? So we're gonna put a light fixture in here. Do that. All right, I like this. This should look good. Okay. Now we have to change our prompt. Now, why do we have to change our prompt? Well, because the only diffusing that's going to happen is going to be inside this black like box. So if we say photo of a dining room with a dining table in the middle of the room, it's going to try and put that here in this black box. It's not going to make sense. You're going to have a floating table. We don't want that. We want to change our prompt to say photo of modern, let's go with like farmhouse. Okay. Photo of a modern farmhouse light. Let's do photo of
I think lighting
modern,
lighting works.
yeah, of modern farmhouse lighting hanging from the ceiling in a dining room.
You know, it's important to
Hardwood.
note about this is everything after that, like the modern and beautiful interior, intricate, you want to keep that because that is helping it understand the rest of the photo.
Correct. But hardwood brown floors
Don't,
does
yeah,
not. So we want to get rid of that.
yeah.
Is there any other like I think this is pretty good. I've
Mm.
ran this test. I like this prompt quite a lot. So I'm gonna run with this. Let's go back down and just do one batch of five, a batch count of five. And you wanna do the batch count. You don't want to do yeah. Do we have we talked about batch size?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
Okay, cool. So batch count, leave batch count five because that's going to be more diverse. This is going to be create me two batches where the two batches are diverse in their own retro, like in their own respect, but the images inside the batches are going to carry some similarities. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20 if you want to get some good variation. But we're going to do 5 for now. Okay, so let's run it. Should only take 5 seconds. The large server is about a second to a second and a half per gen. So, okay, cool. All right, look what we got here already. So we got some hanging down lights. The perspective looks pretty good. Again, same thing here. That's weird. Weird. Oh, oh, it even added a mirror. That's cool. Kind of like
Mm.
that one. I feel like that's probably the best for that one. So we kind of like aimed for the farmhouse, light feature.
Hmm.
So I like where we're at. I think we need some more samples. So let's do like 2 batches of like 6. It's gonna take around 30 seconds.
And you're using the inpainting model, so
Yeah, I'm using the in painting model. Tends to work a little bit better.
yeah, they're trained on different things, right? They're trained more on
Yeah,
pieces of a picture rather than the whole picture.
rather than the whole thing. That's cool. That's
Whoa.
weird. Getting a lot of crazy abstract stuff.
Maybe that's some modern.
That's kind of neat.
It just looks like they
I
put
like
like
that.
branches in there.
I know, right? See, I kind of like the ones from before. So what's happening here is these are kind of crazy.
Oh, you know what I'd do is
Because we have our, go
I'd
ahead.
put like abstract in the negative prompt.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
abstract maybe. I mean, because I used modern. We could get rid of modern. Um,
I'll leave that in. I think
leave that in.
maybe photo of. Yeah, no, this should be good. Just
Yeah,
put
that's
abstract in
pretty
there and
good.
see how it goes, and then
But one thing we could do is we could move the denoising strength down a little bit. and the denoising strength tends to remove creativity, and we can also move this down a little bit. So I just
So
moved this down
lowering the
5.
CFG will make it more varied because it'll be
Yes,
less
it'll
like you're writing.
right. I think that's okay because I'm just trying to get some good lighting here. I don't know, let's just try it. Let's do, I mean it's only fit 30 seconds, so let's let it run and see what
Yeah,
we
but
get.
I would generally say like you might want to increase the CFG so it's more
So it
strict to your
sticks?
prompt. Yeah, like when we just put in abstract in there in the negative prompt, like the higher CFG will mean it will do that, like it'll stay
Yeah,
further away from abstract.
yeah, yeah, I think you're right. Well, that actually looks pretty good. Whoa.
Oh, that's neat. All right. Got some good ones
Yeah,
in there.
okay. So we're kind of losing.
Put up a
Yeah,
higher CFG. Try like
I think you're right.
9. And then how
Like
many steps do
45?
you have?
Just
20?
just
Oh, no,
20.
no. Try a little higher steps.
I'm just trying to get
Try
close, but yeah, you're
35.
right.
35.
35?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Because sometimes it needs like additional steps will help it like complete the image. And you see right now we have kind of like some incomplete ones. So hopefully the additional
Yeah,
steps will let it draw the rest of those.
yeah, you're probably right. Just takes longer.
Yeah, it takes a little longer. That's
That's
okay.
true, but if we're getting more of what we want, then we can
Hmm.
reduce these batch counts. Like we can reduce how many we're making here.
Whoa.
I was really happy with that first one that we got. Oh, that works. I mean, for the sake of moving on, we can go grab.
Oh yeah, the brown lights.
Yeah. Oh, here's a little trick. Click this, switch view, and click that. Now your most recent is first.
Aha.
Yeah. Which one was it?
There it
Oh
was.
yeah.
All right.
I don't know. That one works. I think that one's the best. I know
Yeah,
it's
let's do
kind of
that.
weird, but we're gonna clean this up with Controlnet anyway, and
Hmm.
I'll show you why it doesn't really matter. You just kind of want a good baseline. So let's do this. So let's just let's grab that one and stick it right here.
Oh, I didn't know
So let's pretend
you can just paste it.
yeah, just
Nice.
copy and paste. Super nice. So we're just gonna paste it because I want to move on. So now we got our lights. I mean, you could keep going for this and adjusting things and trying to get it perfect, but yeah, let's just keep going. So this wall over here is pretty bare. I want to add something on this wall, and I want to start like right here. So let's add some photos on this wall. I'm just gonna paint that wall. Oh, you know what?
I'm just thinking now like I could take a picture of my living room and like redo it and like discover how I want to try it, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've actually done that. My wife said I was a nerd. But then she's like, "Oh, that's actually kind of cool." It's like, I know. She's a
That's
nerd as
right.
well.
Yeah. There's a use for it. We're not just making
Exactly.
anime over here.
Okay. So, I kind of, I just, yeah, I mean, you could just keep that. Like, it's gonna blend, so it's not a big deal. But I tend to try and not paint stuff that I don't want to mess with. Um, like it's kind of debatable. You can almost paint over that, and it should just keep it, but sometimes it won't. So now we have to change our prompt again, right? So photo of, now I want painting, I want like photos. So photo of um, photos on a wall in a dining room. So photos of photos on a wall on a dining room, and then I'll add like decor to the mix there.
Oh, there's no E
And
in decor. I think it's just
I've been Googling this, trying to find the correct spelling. Is it just decor?
yeah,
Okay. Well,
DECOR.
if I
Yeah.
if I searched decor with an E, I actually ended up getting I got ads and stuff. Like it didn't correct me, so I was
Hmm.
trying to find out what the correct spelling was. I think there's like an E at the end in some other language, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, yeah. Interesting.
so we'll go with decor. So yeah, let me check this. I'm gonna go back down to 7.5 because that's what's giving me good results during my testing. And we can do that. That's fine. We'll do 5 and 2. Yeah, we'll do 10. That's fine. Okay, we'll generate this. So again, I'm trying to keep most of my prompt intact, just telling it what to do in those black spots that I'm giving it. Not going too crazy. But once you get really good at this, you can just fix an entire, composition. Cool. Got
That's
some.
nice. So, because your denoising strength is like a little bit lower, it's not
Kind of
putting,
work.
yeah, it's not going too off of white, for example. So, what I would do is if I really wanted to get something like powerful, I would raise the denoising strength and then really specify the area that you want to draw the picture on instead of
Okay.
just blobbing it all over the place. I mean, those look great,
Yeah,
but they're white photos, right?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point. Should we reduce so we can let's reduce this then?
Now, why don't you
No, that's a good idea. I like that.
try this? Hit Shift F or Shift
Oh,
Control
hold on.
Wheel,
Let
is
me
it? Shift Control Wheel over the picture.
doing the zooming thing.
Or not, yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
is that it?
Yep.
Whoa.
Now you can move it
That's cool.
over.
Move it over? You mean
Yeah,
like?
try like you can grab it. I think if you hit hold F, I think you can. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
wow.
Look at
Holy cow.
this.
We
Huh?
learned
Not
something
bad,
new
not
every
bad.
day.
So now you could actually draw the pictures on with a smaller.
So just like draw some. Let's do this then. Yeah, I like that idea. So let's just like we want the images or the photos like here, right? Is this what you're thinking?
Yeah. Or you could even do like individual squares if you wanted to specify like this painting
Think.
here and like that. You know what I mean? You don't have.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see because there's some cool. I'll show you when it actually generates.
Yeah,
There's some pretty cool things that it'll do.
totally.
'Cause it might do something that you weren't really expecting. You're like, oh, I like that actually. Because if you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for ideas to dress up your dining room.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do I go back now? Shift. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
That is nuts.
Y-
Okay, there it
Yeah,
is.
and that's loaded by default on everyone's
Nice.
server now.
Well, yeah, we have those. We have the link out to that, the documentation, don't we?
Hold on. It's not on our docs, but I will post the link for it.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. And you're watching the chat for questions. I don't have it open.
Yep.
What the heck happened? I got nothing. Let's see.
Nephilim, you are the master of the vague questions. I have no idea what you're doing. I have no idea where you need to click, my friend.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to. I see where you're going, Revolved,
Mm-hmm.
but I've had better luck with higher levels of inpainting when I'm trying to just like tell it to do something in a blank room. And
All right.
yeah, I'm gonna,
And
cause that gave me like nothing.
oh, really? Oh, did you raise the
Yeah,
denoising strength though?
yeah, it was pretty high. It was up to like 7.7.
Hmm.
So you go too high, then it kind of just gives you all sorts of weird stuff. Let me try this. This is like, 'cause I've done this, did this for 4 hours, and this was what was working. So
Yeah, just click
should be
any
cool.
model there, Nephilim, and start up a server. You can always change the model once you're in. I see you're on your phone though. You're gonna have a hard time running this on your phone. Look at how many options there are. Imagine trying to run that on your phone. I highly recommend like a laptop or desktop. Oh, you
Oh,
got
it's
an
like
extra
adding
room?
a wall. That's so cool. Yeah, shoot, this is not giving me what I want. This is
Okay,
weird.
try
There's got to be something
try
off.
mine. Try denoising strength 8.5
Okay.
and then steps 45. Now scroll up and just try the
Photo.
photo of photos on a wall.
Let's get rid of the decor. That's the only thing that's different from what I was doing
Okay,
earlier.
try this now.
I'm gonna send it because it only takes like, oh, I guess it's, yeah, 30 seconds. So what else do you want me to send while that's doing its thing?
Well, let's just see how this turns out first.
Yeah, so let me go back to this. Like I was able to get, so I did the lighting, got some lighting, cool
Mm-hmm.
lighting things. Trying to find, yeah, I'll go back down to here. And then I started adding, oh, I guess that's as far as I went. Yeah, I haven't done the wall thing in Discord yet.
Yeah, so go back and let's see what we got. Oh,
Perfect
TV.
TV. That works.
Oh,
Oh,
those are nice.
that looks good.
Weird light.
Yeah,
Blank ones. Let's stick with the
interesting.
ones that worked there. Those were good.
Yeah, I'll have to check my prompt. I like this one. Let's go with this one just because I want to move on. And it did change those lights, but not too bad.
Yeah,
It
because
did
it's only
know.
changing the outside. Oh no, you did
Yeah,
you did them completely. I see.
I
Okay.
did. Yeah, I did. I just, like I said, I'm just, but those paintings look pretty good. So let's go with that. So again, we're gonna send to inpaint. Boop. Clear out all of our masks. See how it kept it? See?
Yep.
I don't know why
It's
it
like
does that.
undo. It's an undo button.
Yeah, exactly. So then now is what I want is let's say let's add some like plants or something off in the corner here. So photo of photos on a wall in a dining room. We don't want that. Photo of home decor plant. Fake plant in home.
Hey man, if you're gonna use a extremely advanced AI system to make your images, why are you gonna make fake plants when you can
Should
get
we do a
real
real
ones?
one? Real plant in a home.
AI generated fake plants just seems like kind of ironic, you know?
That's true. I just feel like fake plants would be, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be captioned as fake plants. I might be putting myself in a corner here with that fake word, but see what we get. Nothing. Oh, there's
There's
a
one.
plant.
That's a good one.
What?
Not so great. Not so great.
That's
Okay.
pretty good. That's pretty good. That one's good. I kind of like that one. That one kind of matches
Hmm.
what's going on. Cool. We're gonna go with it. Send to InPaint again. Clear out your mask. All right, it cleared it that time. I don't know why. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I also like the color of that. It matches kind of the browns that we've got.
It'll clear it out
Last
if
thing
you
is,
do one continuous drawing. If you like lift the mouse button off and like do multiple strokes that way, then it will undo each one individually.
that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
I tend to just do the whole thing all at once.
That's perfect.
Okay. So the other thing now is I want to get some drapes or some type of curtains around these because, we're not animals here. Like we hang fabric around our windows. So
That's
let's do
right. Got
that.
to have some privacy
Yep. I'm just
in
going to
our
paint over that just
virtual
because.
virtual world, you know.
Okay. And then I want the bar, like the crossbar to go as well. So photo of curtains hanging, surrounding a window in a dining room. And keep the dining room, word because it
Hmm.
just, that way you get curtains that are in a dining room and not like a bedroom.
Hmm.
We don't need fake plant anymore. Generate. Wait 30 seconds. I'm gonna lower this for sake of time. 85 seems to be working pretty well. It did with the that right there. I mean, I hope you guys can see this coming together. I mean,
Oh
this
yeah.
is this is pretty fun. And then we can take this into Controlnet and clean it up, and I'll show you how to do that in like 2 seconds.
All right, awesome.
All right, so we're not getting curtains really.
What's your image denoising at? Because that looks like it's pretty low.
It does. It's pretty high.
Yeah.
Let me think. Photo of curtains surrounding a window in a dining room.
Bring it down to like zero point 0.5.
What? Down to 0.5.
The denoising strength.
The denoising? Oh, that low, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do this then.
Yeah. Like
Just
just
do
try
like
it. Just
3.
try a real
See
quick
if,
one.
see if we can get close. That way we're not waiting here
Because I'll
forever.
I'll constantly play with the denoising strength when I'm doing this. Like see
Yeah.
here, we're not getting very much still, right? So if you wanted to, you could pop it all the way up to 1.
And just like see if it goes crazy.
Yeah. It's
Like be
like
like, oh,
your
maybe our
mask
maybe our
your mask is pretty like small, right? Like it's a small
yeah.
masked area.
Maybe we need to make it bigger.
And still.
That is odd. Yeah, I mean when I did
Oh,
yeah, when I
oh,
did this
do
last time.
um rewrite the prompt
Uh-huh.
and do like the color you want. So say brown curtains and take out the photo of. Just say brown curtains.
That just gives me realism. Sometimes I get like cartoons, like
Right. But
cartoony
then brown
stuff.
curtains, and then where it says modern and beautiful interior, you've already got photorealistic in there and
Yeah,
photorealism, right? So try
I'm
that.
gonna bump this up. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did that worked.
Oh,
This worked before.
this should be good. I think you just needed to take the photo of out.
I wonder if that was causing issues having that mask above it.
I
Because
don't
this
think
is what I did
so.
before and it worked really, really well.
No.
Yeah, I'm really struggling. Curtains. Did I spell it right?
Yeah. Put drapes. I don't know. Um,
Drapes?
yeah, and
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Martha Stewart. Pixel Pirate says we're Martha Stewarting this. Totally.
Martha Stewarting this.
Home and Garden TV. Here we come.
I think I used drapes. I don't think I used curtains.
Nope,
Come on.
still. So what's our
Will do
denoising
this
at?
work already? Okay, I'm gonna do the denoising though. Oh wait, it's way high. What?
So
It
try
seems like it's not even working. This is really odd.
try
Which
lowering
of
it.
course, anytime you want to do something in front of people, it's like, not gonna let you.
Leave. Well, that should. Okay.
I'm just doing what worked before. I've tested this out twice.
0.75 then, and
Yeah, I might have to bring this down back to what I was doing before. This just worked so well.
all
Just for
right.
sake of
Let's give it a
time.
go. Yeah, we've got different ways of doing this, you and I. So
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is like there's not really one right way to do it. It's just kind of like here's a technique you can play with. Yeah, I'm really not getting anything. That's really odd. I feel like it feels like something's off.
well, why don't you just throw it
We can
into
move on.
Controlnet? Yeah.
Yeah, but let me show you. Actually, here's what I can do. I did this before because I try and be prepared for you guys, so I don't look like a fool up here. But let me show you some photos that I did earlier. Oh, this is us. Even further back in time here. Yep, this is the one. See, I got like a really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, there's my drapes. Yep. See?
Yeah.
So I was able to get some really nice drapes going on. Hold on. All right. Here was my control net. So I got those. I got those.
Yeah.
Those. I mean, it
Well,
just worked so, so well.
let's pop it into Controlnet next and check it
Okay.
out.
Yeah, let's do that because I do kind of have a hard stop here soon. So I'm just gonna, dude. Do you want to draw some drapes?
No, no, no. Just leave the drapes off. I mean, what we're gonna
Leave them
do
off?
in the control net, right, is you could even put drapes in then if you wanted.
Yeah, that's true. It's just, yeah, that's true. As long as it has something it can use. So let's do that. Let's move on. It's possible. I don't know why it's not working. I wonder if there's some bleeding going on. That tends to happen where it's like got an old prompt stuck into memory. But we're gonna move on. So let's do this. We're gonna come activate ControlNet down here. I tried all of these basically, and my favorite was depth. So we're gonna do that
Yep,
because
yep.
I know I can give you some good ones on this. And I just use the regular depth V10. It just for some reason I'm not a fan of the T2i adapters. People will disagree with me. That's totally fine. We do have some 2.1s in here. I haven't been impressed. I really just like these ones.
Yeah, the
Just seems to give me
2.1
better results.
ones are not quite baked yet, so there's still some
Yeah,
work in
that's
automatic
what I
1111.
noticed.
I think it'll be better
Mhm.
once we get ControlNet 1.1.
Yeah, I think so too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it be really creative. We're gonna move the denoising strength up, and we're gonna keep. I'm gonna keep the weight at 1, and I'll show you how to play with weight to kind of make this really cool. And we're just gonna do. Let's just do 1 for now, and we'll send it. Okay, so what we're doing with ControlNet is we're going to create a depth map of this entire like scene here, and it's going to. Oh, I made a
No,
mistake.
it's okay. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna get a bunch of drapes
I know,
probably.
I know. I wanted to see it.
Oh, nothing. What is going on? See, now I'm convinced there's something wrong. This should have been totally different.
Denoising
Should have been
strength?
completely. Oh, you know why? I didn't change the model.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yep, you're on
So
inpainting.
there's nothing to inpaint. So because this model's trained on black, isn't it trained on blackness? Maybe not.
I don't know.
We're gonna change the model. Do you want me to send it with this one right here?
No, no, it's fine. You
Or
do
okay.
it. Do whatever
So
you
what we
want.
want to do then is we want to now rebuild our composition, like rebuild everything we've done in here inside this prompt. So photo of what are we doing? A
Dining
modern
room.
decor throughout. Modern lighting. Ah, okay, so we basically want to put everything that we tried to inpaint back into, I would put drapes, but it didn't work. Put everything that we inpainted back into this image so that way that the entire image knows what's up, knows what it's doing. And we're going to probably have to send this to image. Oh yeah, we got to send this to image, not inpaint. So we
Mm-hmm.
put this to image.
Oh, that was probably
We
it.
changed our model. We changed our prompt. We added control net. We enabled control net. We went depth. We went depth v10 for the model. Weight 1. Midas resolution. I with this example above like anywhere between like 5 and 550 worked really well for me, so I'm going to keep that there. You have to play with that depending on your image that you're using. Every image is different. And then let's send that and see what we get. Cool
Boom.
problem.
Look at that.
Yeah, here's where the craziness really comes out. So it took this map right here. We got our tables. White means closer to the camera. Dark means away from the camera. And it tried to guess where everything is, and it did a stellar job. And it freaking gave us a really nice image here. So there's our new dining room. Now this might be a little too much. You're like, well, I kind of want it to stay closer to this image, but like clean this up. Okay, well that's easy. Lower the denoising strength down to like 50, and you'll get something similar to this, but better. So I'll show you what that looks like. And it'll help just kind of round, see, it helps just kind of round off this image. So it's very similar to what we had over here. it just cleaned it up a lot nicer. Added some more, some better lights, did some more decor on the tables. The chairs have 4 legs instead of 12 legs. Looks a lot better. Now, what's cool is you can just make this go, all right, well, I want freaking 100 and do like 3 batches. You can generate 300 of these, walk away, come back in, I don't know, an hour. I don't know how long it's going to take. And then you have 300 images that you can, if you work in this industry, you can now send to the client for, your client that wanted this done. I'm not going to do that, obviously, but we'll do like 3 sets of 3 here for 9 images and see what we get. Take a few seconds here, but that looks really good. And it even added light, even added like lighting up there. How cool is that? Okay. All right,
Level
let's
Bell.
click through this. Those all look really good.
Level Bevel says only send the client one good one bad one.
That's smart. You could Photoshop clean up that light right there because that's silly to have a light right there.
Well, you'd have a light right there to shine on your photographs, I guess.
Oh yeah, maybe. Huh? So it's taking everything that we did and just kind of reimagining it,
Hmm.
reimagining it. And Gall, if this was a client of yours that had a room that looked just like this, you could send them 500 different design ideas. Oh, we have a mirror here, I think, instead.
It's just got some glass on the photo.
Is that what it
Some
was? Yeah.
reflections. Yeah, so that's what's interesting about this. You got like way better reflections. Note that the
Mm-hmm.
chairs are still kind of messed up, so before you get to Controlnet, you might want to like invest a little time in just
Yeah.
cleaning up the chairs with inpainting and that kind of thing.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally right. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so that's because denoising strength was so far down. You can send the denoising strength to like something crazy like this. And I'm not going to do 9. I'll just do 6 here. Is my audio better, by the way?
Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, it's funny that my Wi-Fi is more reliable than my wired connection.
Yeah, that's odd.
I know. I think we just have bad wiring where I live, so rats chewing through cables, I guess.
Must be.
I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. All right, so I put, yeah, see, so if you take the denoising strength and you say, just go create something amazing. I don't even care if it doesn't look like this. Just
Mm.
create it. It'll do it. It'll do it for you. I mean, that's pretty neat. Oops. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, look at that. That looks so real. I mean, a little bit
It
messy,
does.
not too
The
much,
chairs,
but
the chairs though. Oh, that's what chairs are a little bit better.
those ones look better. Yeah, the chairs were hard. The chairs are hard. I can
Yeah.
tell you, I've done this 3 times now, and the chairs were the most challenging part.
Oh, you can totally clean up the chairs. Yeah, with the
Yeah, yeah,
inpainting
easy,
model, you just
easy.
have to do them one at a time, so it would take a little while.
Yeah, and then you can tell your client, hey, client, you could bust out a wall here instead of, you know, doing a photo. Have windows if they live if they live in a house that allows that. That'd be cool. So
Just
anyway, so yeah, so to recap, you just go in paint the things you want, get a good baseline image, and then reimagine it in ControlNet. And you can just as easily pick any interior design home and interior of a home and just ControlNet it straight away. That's actually a lot of fun to do. So you could actually take a photograph of, a client's home. You can say like, I already did this. You can see, be like, okay, client, send me a photo of your kitchen or your dining room or whatever. Like maybe this right here. That might be too busy. I want to find one that's like not super busy. That's pretty reasonable. I can't click on it. Okay. Oh, that one looks good. Reset this to 512. Move the height up so it matches. So yeah, we're gonna just recreate this with some different ideas and I don't really see a need to change anything really. So let's just see what this comes up with.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can make your dream house too, level be bevel staying inside of the wizard's orrery. You know, you could have your wizard cave, your ultimate dream DJ studio. You know,
so
anything you
true.
want.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
show. Yeah, actually, I can show you something fun, and then I better bounce. I had a really busy day today, everyone. Sorry, it's kind of a miracle that I was able to get on here. Yeah, look at that.
Hmm.
That's like a whole different house. So the cool thing about this is it's keeping these chairs look really good. So if you were to take the time to clean up the chairs in that last photo, you'd reap those benefits here, you know, in this new image, this new reimagination. But yeah, let's take a look at some different ideas you could send to a client, or if you're like a look at how the rug's completely different. Like the
Hmm.
rug, the floor, the drapes look similar. The table looks different. Chairs are different. It's just it's a whole new take on the same room. Look at that.
Hmm.
So cool. I mean, this is just straight control net. There's not a whole lot of magic going into this. You can do this so easily with just a few prompts. Now, if you really wanted to have some fun, photo of a vampire's dining room, dark, mythic, I see, mythical, dark mythical tones. Um,
Instead of photos on the wall, take that out and put like gothic furniture. Yeah, and maybe decor
oh,
throughout. Oh,
there we go. Decor throughout.
yeah, I don't know. You could try this.
Let's do like
Oh, level bevel
candles.
saying candles, fireplace, gargoyles.
How do you spell gargoyles? Gargoy.
LES. No, you had it. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Gargoyles.
let's try that.
Statues.
Well, that's a lot for a
Okay.
little image there, but
I know, right? Intricate, photorealistic, nighttime. Is it one word?
hmm.
Okay. We'll leave the abstract. We're just gonna. So we're doing is changing the prompt. That's all we did was change the prompt from that modern farmhouse, basically these images that you see here, which are so cool
I think you might have
and so
to
good.
like change the denoising a little bit for this, though, right?
Do you think?
Well,
I
I don't
think it
know
should
if
be
you
like
have if you
high.
have the setting or oh yeah, you left it high. That's good. I don't know if you have
Yeah.
the setting. So there is a setting that for denoising that you have to watch out for because it will maybe not have the denoising take effect. Sparkling showed it in our last session because
Okay.
sparkling was
Good
like
to
the
know.
denoising doesn't affect it at all, but they had a setting that showed that it didn't affect things.
Yeah, so look at these. Look at some of these. Oh, that's like Victorian. Oh my gosh. See, look at how different you can
That
make
one
these
is
look.
like, yeah, there's fire outside the windows, it looks like,
Oh
kind
yeah, that
of.
looks terrifying.
This is a very modern, chill Martha Stewart vampire still, though.
Yeah. Well, what you could do is you could change the processor and make Canny take over and tell Canny to go and change like these to candles. These will probably become candles. We'll probably get a gargoyle on the table here, maybe some statues over here. Let's see what Canny does. Because depth actually composes the image a lot better. It just keeps your depth, right? Canny, actually, Canny doesn't really like 3D stuff, so this might look horrible, but we're still going to give it a shot.
Why don't we try War Anakin's model on this and invite them up?
Yeah, sure. Look at that.
Let's see, I
So yeah,
can.
Canny is gonna do a lot of damage and change a lot of things. So that looks great. Anyway, I think that's pretty much as far as I want to go. A lot of fun stuff you can do with just ControlNet. So as far as like a real world workflow goes, I'm just gonna spin this down because I'm done. But as far as a real world workflow goes, you could you could use in painting to add, for example, like you're taking real estate photography. Some houses don't have refrigerators, but in order to sell a house with a refrigerator, you have to have a refrigerator. Oh no, not refrigerator, a stove. Some houses are like the stoves on back order, and you're like, shoot, I want to take some photos for the listing, but I don't have a stove yet. And a lot of agents have to wait for the stove to arrive and they're on back order, so they can't even take their photos. Well, what they can do is take a photo with the missing stove, go and paint it in, add some, either in paint it or do some sketching and add things to it to actually add a stove to the home that have it look really good and not have it affect anything else of the image. And then you can say, hey, look, here's an image with the stove. Yeah, it's going to be switched out later, but at least you can get your listing up. So yeah, putting items where things don't belong. If you have like a really bare wall that you're like, I just want some ideas. What can I do on this wall? Take a photograph of it, paint over it, and just be like home decor, photos on the wall. Farmhouse if you live in a farmhouse style, or Victorian if you're living in a Victorian style. Like you can just like create something for, or if you need new drapes, need a new bed, there's a lot of cool things you can do, um, you know, for fun or even, for business. So, yeah, let's switch this over. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now.
Okay, great.
Um, I'm sorry, I gotta run, you guys. I just wanted to get this out to you and get it on the recording. I hope you learned something. I want to make a very dedicated, video of this, so it's very simple to follow instead of, bouncing all over the place. But hey, we do things live because, like, we know what we're doing. We like to say that we're kind of experts in this. There's obviously a lot of people that are way better at this than we are, but yeah, we like to figure things out together, and I want you guys to see what that process looks like so you can know that we're not perfect and nobody's perfect. We don't just get the best results right out of the gate, and you won't either. So it takes a lot of, practice and work to get what you want. So, yep, thanks. Hey, Level Bevel, good to see you, man. You're awesome. Okay, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Carry away.
All right. Thanks, Wes.
Yeah.
Hey, and we've got War Anakin up here too. So let's get the model loaded. I don't think I have Crystal Clear loaded, the latest one. And in order to do that, we will download it. Now, I think this one is beta, right? War Anakin, you're still like in development of
Well,
this?
it depends which one you want to load, because there's a release, which is the Crystal Clear version 1B prune,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've seen the beta of the photorealistic on the channel where I invited you guys.
Okay, well, let's grab the one off of Civitai. Is it just called Crystal Clear?
Yeah, that's it.
For some reason it's not coming up. Here's Crystal. Crystal Mix, Crystal Clear. There it
Hold on,
is.
yeah, I found it. Okay.
I think it was the dash. The dash got me in there. Okay. So let's get this downloaded. So we're going to go to Civitai. You find the model you like and you right click, copy
Yeah, you
link.
have on the lower right side, you see where it says two files?
Yep.
Yeah, minimize that, maximize, and then in there you have the full model, and then you have the pruned version. Everyone should download the pruned version because it's like much smaller in size and it's gonna do everything that a full model does.
Okay, great. So we got that. We go back over here. Let's pop open our file browser. SD user, password, and we'll go to models. Now, one of the interesting things about the new build is although it's V1 and V2, V1 or V2 models will work on Run Diffusion at the moment. So don't need to do anything special. Don't need to switch servers in order to run 2.1s now, but we still have the old file system. So that's something we're going to be changing. Area 2C. So we're going to open 8 things and 2 gigs. Boom. Should be downloaded very, very quick. So cool. Do you want to talk a little bit about the model and kind of what your methodology was for making this and what the model's good for and all that kind of fun stuff?
Well, I wanted to mix something in the beginning that was semi-realistic, uh, pictures and then cartoons at the same time. I wanted to see in the beginning it was a test of what it could look like, and then I saw that it looks great.
Hmm.
So I used it. I started using it for a lot of stuff. I started training models into it, like you see in there with the couch and everything, so that people could use it for like Diffuse Master said, interior design and decorum and things like that.
Yeah, and I see it's meant to run at a high resolution here. So you said, it can
Yes,
go all the way up
because
to
it's
1600 with no high res. So the models, most of the images are rendered at 768 by 1216. So let's try that. We've got 768 by 768. Let's up this a little bit. What would you recommend to start out with?
well, usually for high resolutions like this, it's landscapes. Because if you try to,
Hmm.
I don't know, make a house, then it's just gonna add multiple couches, windows, and
Right.
doors.
Well, we don't
But
need
if
to
you
do a
want to have
house.
a
We can do
if
anything
you want to
now.
have a landscape with a camping site, then yeah, it's gonna put a lot of trees. It's gonna make some hills and mountains, a lake. You can get pretty creative with it.
Okay, cool. So let's try prompt. Are there any specific themes for this? Like, is this just like what would be the best subject that you would recommend for this model? Is it people?
Mm,
Yeah, probably people.
Well, yeah, you can use people, but if you use people, then I would recommend going with the smaller resolutions, like a width of 704 up to 1280. Then you're gonna have, you can have a person that's gonna be full body, and you can dress it however you like, be it a boy or a girl, or you can make a robot. I tried to make a lot of mechs in the beginning, and they came out pretty nice.
Okay, so let's do robotic arm. We'll do woman, robotic arm, um, stunning. What style would you recommend prompting?
You can add a big mecha suit, weapons. You can get pretty creative with it. Full
Uh,
body,
full
explosion.
body explosion and stunning, like anime style, or
Yeah, you can get anime style. I would recommend using things like I'm gonna write it in the chat. You can use perfectly shaded ambient lighting, cinematic. This is gonna
mm-hmm.
make things, look pretty well. You can use key visual, which is gonna add details.
Stunning illustration, cinematic, key visual. All right. And is there anything we should do
It's two
specifically?
words, key
Yeah.
visual.
Anything we should
Alright.
do on here, like blurry,
Yeah,
pixelated?
blurry, childish. I can actually give you a pretty good negative prompt. Hold on. Here.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. I think I do have bad hand and easy negative actually, so those will probably work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
3D sepia cartoon. Okay, cool. So let's generate six. I do like running a little higher prompt or steps, sorry, so it will take a little bit. Yeah, we can check it out and see what we get. Oh, I think on my side, this is a sign that it hasn't downloaded properly. So I'm just going to
Probably.
reload it and maybe try it again. Let's see. Oh, re-downloading. Yeah, Civitai has a bunch of redirects and so forth, so sometimes it can.
The website is always down, man. Even this morning they had the issues with the databases. I'm wondering, since they have so many issues, I wonder if the files don't get corrupted.
Yeah, sometimes I see that happen, but it's pretty rare. Seems like it's downloading, but it hasn't got it yet. Guessing this one will do the same thing. Yeah. Hmm.
If not, you can access. Can you access my share, my folder on the website, and just drag and drop it from there?
Yeah, why don't, well, do you want to share your screen and kind of walk through it? Maybe it'd be better to do that if I don't have it downloaded. Otherwise, we can keep doing this too. It's up to you.
I just
Oh,
stopped my session on Run Diffusion. I can start it again, but it's
oh,
gonna take a little time.
no, no, no problem. I actually just re-downloaded it, said.
I have a session of Invoke AI running.
Well, let's get it on automatic so everyone knows.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I wonder if it's these embeddings. But yeah, this is the nature of AI. You know, it's like cutting edge. Things go wrong. You have to be willing to change things on the fly and adapt,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
fix it. Yeah, and it can be tough. Um, so I'm just gonna try downloading it one more time. Okay,
The session is loading for me. It shouldn't be long.
cool. We'll give it a second here. I'm hyped to see some high resolution stuff. It's
Yeah, I
tricky, you
believe
know,
you.
it's frustrating working in 512 all the time and we don't have SDXL yet, so um, it's gonna be nice to
Well,
run
truth
some.
be told, a lot of these models that people are uploading, even on Civet AI, they're based on the Stable Diffusion 1.5, and 1.5 is trained on 512 by 512.
Hmm, hmm,
And then some of them they go on Stable Diffusion 2.1, which is 768 by 768.
hmm.
But still, the if you go really high res, the images don't get consistent. At which point you need to use high res optimization. And when you use high res optimizations, sometimes the colors get flushed. It's basically not the raw mode of the picture. It's a processed picture. It's a little bit like DLSS from NVIDIA. You know, when you have a native resolution and then it's upscaling and downscaling,
Hmm.
it's not the same as actually running something in 4K versus running 4K DLSS.
So I don't know why it's still causing issues. I'm gonna try to download the full sized one. And let me know if you
My
want me to switch
my
the screen
session
over.
is almost loaded.
Okay. Mhm. Level Bevel says, I know it's pure speculation, but what do you think the estimated timeline will be on all the 1.5 models getting trained on Excel? Yeah, it's hard to say. I saw the first examples of training on SDXL happening today. So, Mystery Guitar Man over in the Dream Booth Discord was posting some training images. You can see those in the AI news section. And it's the first time we've seen anything get it trained in there. So what the question is are we going to be able to train on consumer hardware? Because he's using like it was on Reddit that there was like a large amount of hardware that he used to train on it, like $15 million worth of hardware or something, and then he like deleted it. Um, so it remains to be seen. Um, I'm hoping. Oh, there's two. I see. I'm
Okay, it loaded for me. You can actually, we can do the share screen.
Okay. 1 second. Let's see if this new one that we downloaded works. I just want to make sure we got it going. But I can switch it over too. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, awesome. Yeah, this is awesome. These are great. Mech suit. Heck yeah. No, these are really good results. It's it's got some great consistency there, good creativity. I love the robots in
You
the background.
you can try this prompt. It's not NSFW, if you know what I mean. It's
Hmm.
still safe for work, but it's pretty anime-like, so I think a lot of nerds are gonna like it.
All right.
Because that was one of the points when I actually made the model. I wanted to appeal to a larger population. There's a lot of
Hmm.
people that are staying in homes, especially when it was this COVID thingy. So having things like run diffusion where you can pretty much use your own creativity to generate stuff, I think it's mind blowing. And then having a model to pass all that through is just gonna add to the hype of it. I mean, me when I first found the AI diffusion, and I didn't sleep for 4 days. And on the fifth day, like I said, I went to Best Buy and I got a video card.
Yeah, yeah. It's incredible the stuff. I love this one. So that this one like looks like a movie poster, right? You've got um yeah, you've got some awesome robots in the background, this like crashed spaceship going on. So what I'd like to do on this is really kind of like push this a little bit and get some in painting going. So we'll send it to inpaint and just use some of those techniques that we just went over because this is actually, I'm super impressed with the face on this. Like normally the face is very difficult to get. Um, and so
Yeah,
we,
but a lot of people have been complaining that most of the faces they're a little bit Asian, because most of this anime stuff, I mean, they're made by Japanese or Koreans, so they're very
mm-hmm.
Asian in style, and I couldn't do much about that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's take this and clean up the face a little bit. We'll crop and resize this time. So what that's going to do is it's going to take just the area of the face that we masked, in paint masked, take the original. In paint area, though, we're only going to do masked. And let's do a high amount of steps. And we can reduce this. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe it will do a good face at this size. Let's try it out. And then we'll just do like one and give it a go. And so this will take that one area, zoom it in, make a much higher quality photo of it, and then put it back in again. And there we can see totally cleaned up, right? Like this now is starting to look really like um, a movie poster, which I just love that action.
Yeah, with the realistic version that's currently in the beta is gonna look even better. Because I don't know if you noticed, I posted some pictures on the channels.
Oh yeah,
You can actually see some of the freckles on, the characters' faces and moles and pores. So it's been trained
awesome.
on really high quality images. And it's been hard because most of the time I've been running out of GPU memory.
Yeah, it is. Training is tricky. Um, so what's this? Can we do a clean background plate? Not sure what you mean. Oh, do you want to like take the background out level bevel? Is that what you're talking about? Can we prompt something like Studio BG or clean background? Can you prompt it? Um, there is an extension you can use, the remove background extension. Pretty good. Oh, so that messed up the face. So I think that's a bug with inpainting where it won't remove the previous mask. So just going to do another addition here. Yeah, the remove background art. Oh my gosh, it's got a little person there in the mech suit. Let's take this off. There we go. I guess if you want, just add black background, clean background, same prompt. Yep, that could work.
Yeah, it's a transformer from a mech suit you went to a rocket.
Yeah, that's the idea. I wanted to get something like more like a falling starship. Try a few different iterations there, but we're gonna get a much higher resolution thing. So what's neat about this is it'll like give general ideas, um, but then when you zoom in, crop, and rescale, you can get like much different quality on it. Like here, this is a way more interesting ship. Um, so yeah, we could put in some crazy Gundam text and turn this into a movie poster, right? That's the idea.
Pretty much.
Take it into Deforum, says Level Bevel. Of course, everything's video for Level, which is great. Awesome. All right, well, yeah, let's try the other prompt that you had. See what we get. Gold halo, lots of fun stuff in here. There we go, more mech suits.
If it ever creates doubles, it was someone on the channel that said that adding multiple duplicates in the negative prompt can fix the problems.
I love how many brackets you have around thick thighs here. That's like eight
Yeah,
brackets.
well,
Eight brackets. Um, my personal choice is a little less extreme, but
mine too. It is some of the prompts. It's from browsing to civil AI.
oh yeah,
I
yeah.
looked at some of the pictures, the one that had like the most liked and views, and that's what I based the prompt on.
Hmm.
Because you have to go with the flow, with what people like. If you want to reach the top, then you gotta appeal to the masses.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and I think it's funny, there's going to be this process when we're adding, ooh, that's cool. When we're like training the computers on what we're doing, right? Like there's going to be like a feedback loop that happens and the more you um, train on a specific thing, it's just going to get like more and more extreme and then people will make stuff because they think that that's what people want. So it's just going to be like an endless cycle. But the creativity of the model is really cool, and this is one of the things that happens with like these really awesome merges is you get just like some really wild variety because all the different latent properties in each one are coming out. Like this is great, right? I love this. Like the multiple characters in there, the magic spell, um, awesome. This one too. You've got like a team. There's a whole like weird vibe with the Overlord robot there. Just super fun. So um, it's really awesome. And one thing I recommend is if you do Dream Boost training, is to do a bunch of merges and really try that out because um, it will really open up that model that you train. And I know you're doing some trainings and then you're doing some merges, and that's really like a really great way to do things because you get like that base model the way you want it. You can then open it up by merging it and get like bits of everything in your model, which will just give it a lot more flexibility, a lot more quality, um,
Yeah,
and
you
it,
will have a
yeah.
lot more variation, that's for sure.
Hmm.
You can cover a lot more aspects of if you want robots or for example if you want architecture. One thing the model is pretty bad at, and I'm telling you this right now, is creating buildings. So if
Mm.
you want to present architecture and you're going to go in the prompt and write down one tower perspective, stuff that people in architecture use, you're not going to get good things, even if you go like 512 by 512, because it's not being trained on that. So in the future, I'm thinking of merging, that aspect in a photorealistic model, which was a pain to actually develop the photorealistic version of Crystal. I've been doing it is 5 days now, and I'm still not happy with the result.
Hmm.
One
So
thing I do
yeah.
want to point out is that in these Crystal versions of the model, everything like pops out a little more than the other models that you can find. It's like the colors, the image is a lot more clear. I don't know if you noticed, the other images have like this filter over them. It's like everything you see is through this foggy window kind of thingy. So I hated that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. The foggy window is like a VAE issue generally. Um, that will like take a lot of the color out of it, make it look like really
Yeah, exactly.
bland. Yeah, so you can fix that by putting a VAE in, or in your Dream Boost training, you can do that. So one thing I noticed that is really interesting about this prompt, and I think it's a good example, is like the prompt is putting the black mech suit in sometimes on her, right? But also sometimes it's like this background character. And
Yeah, it's
so
because this is what Diffuse Master was saying. He's calling it bleeding. I call it color contamination. It's Auto 111 that does this, but there's
No, no. This is how the prompt is written. So in this example, this is a deep Buru style prompt, right? So one girl
yes, exactly.
is just going to make one girl. But if we want to get her in the black mech suit and the black armor with claws, um, gold halo, like all these things are great, but they're being prompted individually. So if we go
Yes,
like
exactly. That's
this,
because
one
this,
girl.
like I said, me, I use mostly Invoke AI, and Invoke AI has problems with weights. That's why if you're paying attention, you don't see any weights in the prompt. But in Auto 111, yes, you can do that better. You know, you can add weights and you can do your color distribution a lot better, like you're saying.
Yeah, and they both have good ways of doing it. I think in this case, this is like, whoa, didn't mean to do that. This is one where maybe we can like combine some of these. Um,
Yes, for sure.
oh, I just double prompted there. I wanted blue jacket, I think. Blue jacket. So if we combine them into one prompt, then perhaps it will not have the background robot. So let's try that. Um, and you can group these things together so it will be a little bit more understanding. Here we definitely have the black mech suit, right? So she's now
Yeah.
clearly wearing it, but there's no blue jacket. There's no, oh, we've got the crazy claws there. Um, there's
Well,
no,
it's hard. It would be hard. For example, let's say you want to add the trench coat. It's going to be hard to mix a trench coat style with a mech style. So I realize that this is, a problem with the model. It needs to be trained. Like for example, if you want to have a real jacket over a mech suit, it's not going to be possible. So it would need to be trained, to have an actual jacket over a suit made of metal. Because otherwise, it's just gonna mix something that looks like a metal jacket on the model itself.
I don't know. I think it could just be a prompt thing. Like how this prompt was written was pretty extreme. And the other thing is there's a token limit, right? So right now we're at
Yes,
79 tokens. So anything after that is just going to get like completely cut out and
ignored.
cropped from
Yeah,
it. So if we try like wearing blue jacket, give it extra weight, um, maybe not worry
you
so
can
much
take
about
some of the
these.
stuff off. Like for example, you can take HDR.
But notice one thing here is we're getting more like consistency in the pose, right? Which is like
Yes,
standing
yes.
straight, spread legs because we reduced the prompt a little bit. Um, so, and there's also, oh, we did take out bad hands and stuff like that as well. But this one has the double, the double suit, the creepy robot suit, but she's wearing the blue. So you can see how they're kind of like competing a little bit. Oh, there's some blue in the armor, right? Yep. Oh, the halo came through nice and clear there. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of times when you copy from Civitai, I'm really struggle with it, but you'll find that people have like a good result, but it's like this result is because of the model, right? It's like we're getting awesome stuff because we're using your model, um, and it's coming through pretty strong. And when you shift things on Civitai, just remember like they're prompting for their whatever model they trained on. So it may not work the same on your model, and you may need to like change it. And just remember that they don't
Yeah, you have
always
to
know what they're
readjust.
doing, right? They're just doing whatever they're doing
Yeah.
because they think it works, but it could just be confirmation bias, and they might just be like chasing something that is not giving them the results. Yeah,
And
evil
also
laugh.
you
Yeah.
might get different results. Like even if you input the same seed as people on CivitAI do, you might not get the same result. It's very possible that you will not get the same result.
Oh,
And I mean,
absolutely. I mean,
I know for
yeah.
sure I've never got the same result, you know, and I tried, but with a different seed, I was very close to a result that was similar.
Yeah, X formers, which is one of the fundamental drivers that runs all those, or not drivers, but one of the libraries that runs this, that makes things faster, actually can cause a lot of inconsistency. So you can rerun the same seed, but if you have like X formers going, it may be
It look
completely different.
different.
Yeah. Okay, so these are really cool. Awesome. Are there any other things that we should try and prompt in this that
Let's see, we can try a landscape.
Yeah, let's do that. That's cool. And any of these we can just go in and like, redo the face, zoom in. Yeah, these are great. Okay. So, landscape prompt. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, I sent you one.
Okay, cool.
And you can increase the resolution for this one.
Yeah, so what resolution do you recommend?
Let's see.
A little wider, obviously.
Yeah, you could go up to 1600.
1600. Wow, okay, let's try that.
1600 by a height of 704.
Awesome. Let's give it a go. And we're running on a large box here, so might as well, get a really large fit. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's great. Very
Yeah, I
cool.
told you it's been trained on very high resolution of landscapes because you know usually when you take a photo of a landscape you use a wide lens, so
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of information coming through.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And because you're so far from your subject, you know, it would really suck to have a low resolution photo like a portrait for a landscape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, what's really interesting about this is I bet this model would be fantastic for outpainting, right? Because you'd be able to do like some high resolution outpainting in Invoke.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't need to use, like I said, high resolution optimizer.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you take one of these pictures, use the same seed, the same settings and everything, but you enable high res optimization, you're gonna see it looks different.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, because it has to like tile it and remake it completely. Mm-hmm. So can we put like a castle in here?
Yeah, you can change the decrepit cabin for a castle. You can add I found that if you add nighttime, it's gonna look amazing. Like you're gonna have lights, and you can instead of sun, you can put a moon.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's see. Where is that? Oh, there's outdoors day, right? So let's do nighttime. And let's take a quick look at these. These are awesome. Look at that quality. Very high res.
It's still animation based. The photorealistic ones, they're gonna look a lot better because you know this
Need some more.
looks like a
Yeah,
painting, not really a photo.
I love the fog there. Very cool. That's in painting bevel. We'll add the horsies and burbs with the in painting. All right, so let's try nighttime castle. See how that goes. Oh, didn't quite get date. Well, maybe it's gonna switch. It's got a few steps here. Ooh, castle's looking good.
Yeah, it's because hold on, let me check the
Oh,
prompt.
this one's interesting. Whoa, double castle. Two brothers that never got along. They each made a castle and sat on these hills far from each other. All right. A valley. Very nice. Yeah, you're going to get some variation with images this large, but I've got to say, like, the consistency of getting no duplication. You get some duplication, but not much. I mean, it's very
Here, this is
impressive.
gonna make that prompt is gonna make a big difference. It's already with a castle inside it, and it's nighttime.
All right, let's try. Give it another second to load here. Check out these ones. Oh yeah, awesome. Look at that quality. That's super cool. Very, very nice. Yeah, very clean. You know, these are great like starting places for just like amazing inpainting because you've got so much resolution there to start with. Very good. All right, let's see this. Woo, yeah. Giant moon. That's awesome. Oh, you can see the whatever galaxy that is in the sky. Yeah, these are great. Oh, this is going to be super fun. Gonna love exploring this model and trying all kinds of different stuff out. And you've got some other ones in the beta, right, on your Discord. Do you want to post a link to your Discord?
Yeah, I'll post after this session. I'll post the link in the channel.
Excellent. Very fun. Yeah, awesome. Well, it's great to have you here in the Discord with us, and like we're gonna see all kinds of cool things that you'll make with this model and continue to improve it. It's awesome, and
Yeah, well, thank you for giving it a shot.
yeah, of course, this is great. Um, yeah, and it'd be interesting. I'm sure lots of people are curious about, merging and stuff like that. Maybe we can have another session some other time where we talk a little bit about like how you get good results with merging,
Yes, for sure.
Dream Boost, like different things. We're all here learning this stuff together, so it's
Yeah,
fun.
exactly.
Yeah. Cool. This is great. Love that moon. This one's awesome. Like I love just this like very cool galaxy Milky Way thing going on there. This one's great. Looks like, you can put your little cup of mead there and you enjoy looking at this amazing view. Yeah, very awesome. All right, cool. Anything else? We got another 10 minutes here on the timer. If there's anything else that you wanted to show on the model.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna log out because it's Easter Saturday for us, so
Oh,
it's gonna
okay,
be a
great.
pretty busy day.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for showing us the model, and yeah, watch for the link in the Discord. Um, there's going to be a lot more that where Anakin's going to be making and showing off. So yeah, follow along for that journey.
Yeah, all right. Take care, guys.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Any other questions? We've got a few more, minutes here. Is there anything anyone wants to see? Questions you've got? We've got just a few minutes. Crepuscular rays. Do we need some crepuscular rays in this? The magic of the crepuscular rays. Yes. All right, well, let's put in the crepuscular rays. Crepuscular rays. Love me some rays. Oh, and horses. All right. This is the other one, the daylight one. Let's see. Horses might not come across very well, but we'll see. Giant horses! Those actually are not bad for a resolution of this size. It's pretty good. Cool. All right. Well, if there's no other questions or anything, we can call it. Get back to what we were doing before. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try one thing. I've got to try my weird Laura. It's where I can was saying try your Lauras. So woman, uh, cyberpunk, street, um, dark, street corner, glowing neon sign. All right, let's try this for the next one. It could be terrible. My Laura is not that good with anything except the standard one, so it tends to like blow out the colors and stuff like that. You'll find that Lauras that are trained on different things than just the standard version might be able to work with different models a little easier, but that's still something I'm experimenting with. I haven't quite figured it out. These are pretty good. Oh yeah, those are great. Look at that. Nice. Oh, there's the crepuscular rays coming through, shining. All right. So let's change the resolution. Five twelve. See what we get. Oh, it looks like it's working okay. That might just be the oh yeah, these are not these are just the crystal clear. It's not mine. I think I have to do retro AB. Try this. Yeah, that's just standard cyberpunk. No? Maybe it was. Yeah, because these ones look more like it. Yeah, these ones look more like default without the airbrush. Yeah, my Laura is definitely messing with the faces though. Hmm, interesting. I'll have to play around with this some more and really give it a go. See if I can get the Laura looking good on it. Because it's like interesting results. Awesome. Well, we'll let everyone get back to their Saturday. Thanks for hanging out, and good hanging out as always, and jamming and trying different things out. So if there's anything you want to see at these community days, if there's anything you want to contribute, definitely let us know. We're happy to talk to community members or talk about new techniques or try some things. So yeah, have a wonderful day, and we'll be around in the Discord if you have any questions. Cheers, everyone.